That's right, because your lot, Darren, have destroyed this country. Britain is in free fall. Our economy is crashing again. It's the second time in about 9 months when things have gone under. And I think that when you look at the polls, Labour has been between 18 and 25% ahead for about 9 months. It is obvious that Britain needs to get to the ballot box if Britain is to be saved. It's just what? 8-9 months since big spender Liz Truss and Kamikaze Kwarteng came in, splashed the cash and spent 40 billion quid in 40 days. But then Rishi Sunak said, no. I'm the Tory that can save the economy. You know, after Boris had spent it all on COVID and Liz spent it all on herself. And now we've got Rishi who said, if you had had Liz Truss for longer, we might have had 5% interest rates. That's what he warned. Well, this week, we got 5% interest rates. And that means for the third of Britons who have mortgages that it is going to be a potential catastrophe in the next 12 to 18 months. You know, the Tories seem to be able to ruin the economy, whoever is in charge. The British economy has sunk faster than a submersible in the last couple of years. And that's why, even though I'm a believer in equal opportunities, I think equal opportunity for every Tory MP to ruin the economy while being Chancellor or Prime Minister, probably taking it a bit too far. But you know what? You don't need to agree with me or the Labour Party, though clearly about half the country does. Even if you're supporting reform, it is clear that Britain is done with this government, and so let's have a general election now. Now, Albie, you're a Tory stooge. Do you not think they're useless?
No, I don't think they're useless at all. What I'm actually concerned about are the spending commitments that Keir Starmer has made, I believe to the tune of £80 billion. How is he going to pay for it? How is Keir Starmer's plan to stop North Sea oil and gas exploration going to help with the inflation crisis that we see at the moment? It's the exact opposite of the kind of policies that we would be needing to bring down inflation. Now, that's not to say that I think the government is doing enough to bring down inflation. There are many supply-side reforms that the government could introduce, but Labour, in my opinion, is not the answer.
Yeah, before you answer that, Benjamin, I just do want to apologise to viewers if anyone was offended by the submersible comment. But I do think, on Albie's point as well, Jeremy Hunt basically said the way to tackle inflation is to delay the ban on buy one, get one free deals. And I thought, are you kidding me? Are you having a giraffe? It was a joke.
I mean, to be clear, £80 billion, that would be about 70 days of Liz Truss, just to put it in context, because she got rid of 40 billion in her, 30-odd days that she managed to be Prime Minister. You know, I think the truth is that we have no growth, and all of these people have said they bring growth to the economy, because that's really the only way to do it. And,
do you know what, Ben?
You've had your ideas in office, Emily, and it's not happened.
My ideas, wow. Do you know what, Benjamin? You called Leo and I, and Darren possibly, miserable for pointing out the virtue signalling of certain Glastonbury goers. That was the most miserable little monologue I've ever heard.
Well, imagine how the country feels.
It was, you know, you even mocked the submersible, you know?
Do you know what?
Atrocious.
Well, I see now you want to cancel people having jokes. What a U-turn you've had. Cancelling jokes and saying that we shouldn't make profit. You're having quite the revolution.
Well, anyway.
We haven't had this economic decline that you're talking about. I mean, the whole world has been through, economic ructions because of COVID and just because of the malaise is affecting the whole world. I don't know how you can single out Britain saying, I mean, when was there a recession then?
We've been at 0.1% for God knows how long, so I'm not sure that's a great endorsement.
All right, well, to answer me this, if Keir Starmer, if you think the Tories are so terrible and their policies are so awful, why is Keir Starmer exactly copying most of them?
I mean, that's just not true, is it? You know, Labour has a big plan on things like climate change and green economy, which I think Britain can lead on.
Britain is a world leader. Britain is a world leader in green power.
Yeah, and I think we should go much further. Look, you know, don't think about your negative views of what could happen. Why don't you look at what a Labour government had done? You know, we had the longest period of growth in post-war Britain under Tony Blair.
Fuelled by unsustainable levels of immigration.
Britain Britain had, well, you know, that's a good point, because you will talk about immigration as though it takes money away when we know that
I'm not
Britain's
talking
got
about
richer.
No, the powers that be love immigration because it's cheap labour for their businesses,
and
it depresses wages, reduces the bargaining power of workers that are already there, and it pushes up the price of fixed assets such as houses. So if you own property, there's much more demand for that property, so you get richer.
But look, we've got Prince Brexit himself here. You know, you've had this 7 years. What was it? 7 years last week or something. Do you think it's going well?
I think it's a total nonsense to say that Keir Starmer's got a plan. The man has taken more positions than the Karmasod Sutra. It's a total distortion of where we're at. But no, I don't think it's going well, Benjamin. I'm not some defender of Rishi Sunak. I'm not called Albiam and Kona. I don't argue that at all. It's a total shambles. Immigration hasn't got sorted. Brexit has been naffed up because they haven't dealt with it properly.
But wasn't that Boris Johnson, not Rishi Sunak? How can you blame Rishi Sunak?
I blame them both, Albie.
But he was shaking his hand in a picture earlier on.
Right, we're going to have to end it there. You'll be delighted to know.